Hi, Copic friends. Believe it or not, it is 5 weeks in on finding Copic color combos. So I found these amazing, flipping the wrong way, these amazing mushrooms on a walk just the other day. I never eat any of these or pick any of these because I know nothing about what is edible and what is not, but the colors are blowing my mind. So the tops, this red, is the subject of my current fascination. So I've pulled two different color groups. This is a red group and this is an earth tone group. And again, both of them actually come really, really close. There's tones in here. And this is, kind of list this guy. This is going to start at the lightest, R32. Make sure I'm right on these. R3. I have them kind of scattered about smartly now. 3-7, R4, 6, R3-9, and then a V9-9 at the top. This little group is E04, E07, E09, and also V99. So here's my thoughts. I actually think this peachy tone gets pretty close into those lighter, that R32. And I really do think into those deeper reds. But there's other places where when I line up those E's, this series works better. So I think just like what we've been talking about, if you're truly going for a realistic scene, so if I was picking one of these like this or this entire little scene and I was trying to go for realistic color and a realistic kind of photographic image, I'm not necessarily going to be able to do one or the other of these groups. I'm going to actually have to combine them. So on the other side of the paper, let's look at combining some of that. So what I found is unbelievable, kind of surprise to me, is this. And I'm going to give myself a lot of room to play right along the edge of the paper. This is that R32, right? That is R32, which is called, peach. Always curious. E04, I'm going to take from one side. So what if I lay this group and I'm going to soften that right into here. So kind of a little back and forth. Kind of like what we do with our feather blending. To kind of get that mush in between. And then continuing on up this way, here's my E07, E09. And I can kind of soften those back down the road. And then in the other direction, what happens if I bring in my R's? This is R37, which is Carmen. R46, sometimes I put in the middle of this one, and it has more of a like yellow red, warmer red feel than the R3s, which should be the opposite, but I feel like it warms it up on occasion. And then R39, we're going to soften those up. You wouldn't necessarily need to put the R46 in the middle. I just feel like for me, the R3s sometimes get a little too soft, and this really punches them up. And then at both ends, you can have this V99 kind of pushing it. And let's see what we have when we do this, if we have kind of some ranges that we want. Bring our photo back over. So what I'm thinking is on some of these areas, like right through here, these reds, in fact, I can turn it this way because look at where that center ring is that has that dark. We're going to have that red. It is some of these real deep wine. We've got some of those reds happening over here. But then, like right on this corner and right on this corner, it's going to bend into these earth tones. Now, I could pick one or the other, but I feel like there's some spots in particular, like right in here, possibly right where that highlight is. And that I'd have to even play with a little bit there, but that have that rosier feel to them. Anyway, I know this is really right on, but it needs that R32 underneath it for sure. In some of these spots, it really needs that R32, which I never would have guessed. I actually hadn't pulled it from my cabinet yet. So anyway, writing it down, we have a V99 up top, and then it went E09, E07, E04. Over here we've got the R37, R46, R39, and V99. And underneath the entire thing is R32. I would never guess that. I mean, when I pull this marker out, it is just pink, and it's called peach. But all of this in particular, if you only did those earth tones, you need that R32 underneath to get to these colors. All right. Fun. I'm eventually going to have to do some of this green that's happening in all of my photos in the background. And we will get there. I'm just having fun kind of pulling out some of the main subject matters right now. If you have specific requests for this little mini series I'm doing, please let me know. You're welcome to send a photo and I'll give you credit if it's one that I pick out that I think would be a fun challenge for us. So thanks for tuning in. Questions, put them in the comments. As always, everybody out there, have a happy, colorful day.